We were perfect together. Or at least, that's what I thought. 3 years of love, trust, and promises for the future, all shattered by one notification. My name is Emily, and this is the story of how I found out my boyfriend was living a double life. For 3 years, Jake and I were inseparable. We met in college, built a life together, and even talked about marriage. He wasn't just my boyfriend, he was my best friend. He always made me feel special. Morning texts, surprise date nights, and constant reassurance that I was the one. My friends envied our relationship, saying I was so lucky to have a guy like Jake, and honestly, I believed them. I never doubted him until that night. It was a normal Friday evening. We had just gotten back from dinner, and he fell asleep next to me while watching TV. His phone was buzzing on the nightstand, lighting up in the dark room. I wasn't the jealous type. I never felt the need to check his phone, but something inside me told me to look. When I glanced at the screen, my heart dropped. A message from an unknown number popped up saying, "I can't wait to see you again, baby." My hands started shaking, my stomach twisted. A million thoughts raced through my mind. Was it a misunderstanding? Maybe it was an old friend joking around. But deep down, I knew the truth. I hesitated for a second before unlocking his phone. I didn't want to know. But at the same time, I needed to. When I opened his messages, my world collapsed. It wasn't just one girl. There were 3 different women. Scrolling through his chat history, I saw months of messages, flirty texts, late-night "I miss you" conversations, and plans to meet up, all while he was supposedly busy at work or out with the guys. There were pet names, inside jokes, even "I love yous." He wasn't just cheating, he was living multiple lives. I felt numb. My entire relationship had been a lie. I sat there all night, staring at my phone, rereading those messages over and over. Should I wake him up? Should I leave without saying anything? Should I pretend I never saw them? By morning, I had my answer. When he woke up, stretching and yawning like it was just another day, I looked him straight in the eyes and asked, "Who is she?" His face went pale. He tried to laugh it off at first, acting confused, pretending not to know what I was talking about. But when I grabbed his phone and showed him the messages, his expression changed. First, denial. It's not what it looks like. Then, anger. Why are you going through my phone? Do you not trust me? And finally, gaslighting. You're overreacting. They don't mean anything. You're just being insecure. I couldn't believe it. He wasn't even sorry. He was mad at me. Not because he had cheated, but because I caught him. That's when I realized this wasn't love. This wasn't the person I thought he was. I wish I could say I immediately packed my bags and left, but it wasn't that simple. 3 years of my life were tied to him. Every holiday, every milestone, every happy memory. Was any of it even real? I wanted to believe him when he said he'd change, when he swore he'd never do it again. But how could I trust someone who had lied to my face for years? So I made the hardest decision of my life. I walked away. I blocked his number, deleted every picture, and moved on. It wasn't easy, and for weeks I struggled with self-doubt. Was it my fault? Did I not love him enough? Was I not good enough? But then, something incredible happened. I started to heal. I focused on myself. I surrounded myself with people who truly cared about me, and one day I woke up and realized I was free. Looking back, I see all the red flags I ignored. The sudden work trips that didn't make sense, the way he always kept his phone face down, the little lies that I brushed off as nothing. If you're watching this and something feels off in your relationship, trust your instincts, because sometimes the person you love the most is the one hiding the biggest secret.